Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into this video. So for today, I wanted to do a Christmas themed nail set. I grabbed my A Siesta and Hip Polygel. Hip is a red polygel and A Siesta is a nude polygel. These are both from Makartt. I also sized out these XXXL square full cover nail tips. These are actually half cover nail tips and they're stiletto, but I just rounded them to match so that it could work as a full cover, and then I just chopped it off to make them a XXL square nail tip instead of stiletto. I also grabbed some of these gorgeous hollow iridescent snowflake sequins, and today I was going for a nude and a red set, so I did decide to use these red snowflakes. I love these snowflakes, but they are very hard to put into the nails. Like, it was stressing me out when I was trying to do it, but you'll see when I get to that. I also just grabbed my Makartt Polygel brush, and I was just going to dive right in. I was going to go ahead and start with my pinky. I was looking here because I was thinking, is my pinky long? But I accidentally did mess up on my ring finger a little bit and cut it a little too short. But that's okay. You could not really tell in the end at all. I just didn't want to go back and have to redo another middle finger. So for this method, for this nail set, I am going to be using the Lazy Girl / Femi Beauty method. So I did go ahead and apply some cuticle oil to my nails and just rub that in because I'm not going to want to keep this nail set on. This cuticle oil is great because it has a little brush, so I can just brush it on like some gel polish, rub that in, and then these nails can pop off in the end. I have been getting a lot of questions about my nail prep, but if you do want to keep these nails on for long, you should buff your nails, clean up your cuticle, apply some primer, dehydrator, and apply base coat. That way these nails will last for you. You want to make sure all your natural oils are off of your nails because polygel does not like oil, hence the reason why I can use cuticle oil to just remove these nails in the end. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Hip. Hip is a gorgeous red color from Makartt, and I absolutely love this color. It is great for like Christmas nail sets. I used it in another set, but this color is included in the Life of the Rose Polygel kit, but they also sell this color in a 30 ml bottle. So for this method, you just apply some polygel to the inside of your full cover nail tip, and then you take your brush and slip solution. For my slip solution, I am using 91% isopropyl alcohol, and you just take your brush and mold the polygel just like a pat motion to the inside of the full cover nail tip. You want to remember in this method, a little bit of polygel goes a long way. You really do not need a lot of polygel because you are just laying that polygel to the inside of the full cover nail tip to add the color and to adhere it to your natural nail. So you're just going to want to go ahead and smooth that out like I am doing here. I am sorry if my voice sounds a little bit cracky. I did just wake up, but I really did want to get this video out for you guys because I have not been uploading, and I want to try and get all of these Christmas nail sets out before December is over. So I really am going to try to film this weekend and get some Christmas nail sets done because I just want to try to get a bunch of Christmas nail sets out before December is over. So if you have any Christmas nail set ideas, please DM me on Instagram. I would love to see what Christmas nail sets you guys would like for me to try out. After I have the polygel all smoothed out and molded to the entire full cover nail tip, I'm just going to pop this off of the nail stand, and then I'm going to place it onto my natural nail. It is very easy to just place these on. You just place it on like a normal press on. You gently press down, and if you have any polygel squeeze out from around your cuticle area, just gently take your brush and wipe that up. And it happens, it's okay. There's no big deal about that. You just want to make sure you take your brush and clean that up. That way later it is not hard to file. And then you're just going to cure. I like to cure for 30 seconds on the top side and 30 seconds underneath. Now for my ring finger, I'm going to repeat those same exact steps, but I am going to be using the A Siesta Nude Polygel from Makartt. This is a 50 ml bottle and one of my favorite nude polygels. I really love this nude. It has like a hint of pink, like a peachy color, and I think it is a very great nude for me. I really love this nude. It is very soft and I love it. So I'm just going to repeat those same steps using my brush and slip solution to pat the polygel and mold the polygel to the inside of the full cover nail tip. After I have the polygel all smoothed and molded to the full cover nail tip, I'm just going to do the same as I did with the pinky, gently pop it off the nail stand and then gently place it onto my natural nail, just as I would a press on. If I have any squeeze out around the cuticle area, I'm just going to take my brush and carefully clean that up, and then I'm going to cure in my nail lamp for 60 seconds on top and 60 seconds underneath. And here I was just going to repeat the same exact things on these fingers, but then I did forget that I wanted to do the snowflakes, so I just came back and showed you what I was going to do. For the snowflake, I was going to be doing it on my middle finger, and I was just squeezing a little bit of that nude polygel to the cuticle area, but I actually squeezed a bunch. I really forgot that I did not need that much because I was just using it at the cuticle area, but I just went ahead and squeezed some polygel at the cuticle area, and then I just patted that out and I didn't even really do much shaping at all because when I pressed it on, it pretty much got the shape that I wanted. So I just kind of patted that down, removed any extra, and then I placed it on my nail, and I squeezed it down pretty hard because I know I added a lot of polygel, so I wanted to make sure I could get all of that extra polygel out. So I just used my brush and slip solution to carefully clean that up, and then I did cure this for 60 seconds on top and 60 seconds underneath. And then for my rest of the fingers, you can now see I just went ahead and did a red on my index and a nude on my thumb. Now I am taking a lint-free wipe and some 91% isopropyl alcohol and just wiping off the tops and the bottoms of these nails because polygel and gel does have a sticky layer, and I just want to make sure I get rid of that because I hate the feeling of being all sticky and not being able to do what I want to do. For the middle finger, where I did place too much polygel, it was kind of squeezing out a little bit, so I took my Melody Susie antenna nail drill and I just wanted to clean that up a little bit. I had like a little line of polygel where I just wanted to remove that because this nail I was going to be adding them snowflakes to, and I didn't want to have that line of polygel interfere. I also went ahead and just cleaned it up right here where I had some overhang of that polygel touching my skin. I'm just now taking my lint-free wipe and wiping away all of that dust. After I have that nail all cleaned up, I'm going to start and add in my sequins. I grabbed my Makartt base coat, my wax pencil, and obviously the red snowflake sequins. And then I also grabbed some glitters. This is a glitter mix I made. And then I also grabbed some red glitters. I did not end up using the glitters at all, just because I liked the way the snowflakes looked. But this part was very hard. If you guys have ever worked with sequins, trying to get them pressed down into a curved nail without having any bubbles interrupt your design, you know exactly what I am talking about. So I sadly did have to do this off camera. That way I could like hold the snowflake down while I'm curing, because these snowflakes were just not fitting in the nail and they were creating air pockets within the base coat, and I really needed to press them down in the nail for them not to really show much bubbles. So at this point, I was just really struggling and creating so many bubbles. If you guys can see, I'm not really sure if you can, but then I just went ahead and did it off camera, and here is how it turned out. I did get, I think, 2 bubbles, that one that I pointed out, and then I think there was one closer up. But now I'm just going to take my Makartt 100-180 grit hand file, and I'm just filing around the cuticle area, and then I'm also just going to shape these nails up a little bit. They really do not need much filing at all, but I do really like to take it around the cuticle area to make the nails look a little bit more natural. I mean, I don't think natural is the word, because this is not a natural nail length, but I just went ahead, filed and buffed, and then here are how the nails are looking. So I obviously was going to add some nail art to these, so I grabbed my Makartt X Gabby Angelique Classic Gel Liner, and then I grabbed the Makartt Ring On It Disco Gel. I was going to start off with the Classic Gel Liner, which is just a white shade, and I did not clean this up from the last time I used it, so the brush was pretty messy and I got some gel polish on my hand. But I did remember to clean it up this time before putting it away. That way when I pull it out next, that does not happen. So for my pinky, I was just going to be doing a classic candy cane striped nail. I really love this design. It pulls a nail set together and makes it very festive. And again, I am working off camera a lot. I tried to make sure I pulled myself back into camera, like right there. But I'm just taking the gel liner and creating some stripes on the nails. I'm first using the white gel liner, and in between each stripe, I make sure it's all cleaned up, and then I cure that stripe for 30 seconds before moving on to my next stripe. This is a very easy Christmas nail design, I think. Really all you have to do is create some stripes going down the nail, or starting at the top, going up the nail, I'm going up the nail, or starting at the top, going down the nail. Either way, I feel like this nail design is super cute and super easy. So I have my first stripe done, I went ahead, cured, and now I'm going to repeat and create a second stripe. After I had my second white stripe cured, I went ahead and did a third white stripe, and I did this off camera just because I feel like it's a repetitive process of me just adding stripes. So there are my 3 stripes. Now I'm going to be taking this Ring On It gel polish, and it does not have a gel liner brush, so I went ahead, applied some of that gel polish to my palette, and then took a liner brush. I can't remember, I think this may have came in the October Your Nail Lab box. I just can't remember what box it came in, but it definitely came in one of the Your Nail Lab boxes. And I'm just taking that and creating stripes in between, but I'm creating smaller stripes, so I felt like I did not have to cure in between each stripe, because it was a little bit easier to do than the thicker white stripes. So I'm just adding 4 stripes in between the white stripes and then curing for 60 seconds. And there is my very simple candy cane nail. I also took that ring on it gel polish and kind of put it in between the nude and the snowflakes on the middle finger. Now I'm going to be taking that same classic gel polish and creating a sweater design on the red index finger. So I just first start by creating 2 lines going down the nail. I have the center section be larger and then on the sides have it be smaller. And I do not cure this until the end, so this is a very precise design because you want to make sure you try your best to be able to continue creating the design without messing up to where you would have to erase it all, but it's okay if you do. I'm glad that this time I did not, but the first time I did this design I did have to erase the entire design and restart. But the reason you do not cure is because you are going to be sprinkling a powder over your nails. I've seen people use acrylic and I personally like to use glitter. I've also seen people use glitter and I feel like that's my favorite way to do it just because it gives it some sparkle, and just who doesn't love glitter? I also forgot to apply a glossy top coat to the red nail. You can do it matte, but I personally like to do it glossy, and I forgot to do it glossy, so in the end I do actually have to apply the glossy top coat over top of the design. I didn't have to do that, but I wanted the set to all be glossy and to be shiny. So I did apply the glossy top coat over top of the glitter design, which it was okay, it looked fine, but I did have to apply like 3 layers of top coat just because when you do the sweater design, it is because you want to make it look kind of like a 3D nail. So I did have to apply a little bit more top coat to try to smooth it out. So here is how the sweater design was looking. I thought it looked super cute and it was actually pretty easy to do with that gel polish. Now I'm just taking some super white fine hollow iridescent white glitter. It literally looks like snow and I love to use it for winter nail designs. So I'm just taking that and pouring it over top of my dip powder recycling system, and I'm just pouring it all over the entire nail, and I am not going to wipe this off until after I cure. So I cure for a full 60 seconds just to make sure it is fully cured, and then I just take my brush and dust off any remaining pieces, and here is how that nail looked. I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to be doing kind of the same exact thing for my thumbnail, but instead of a sweater design, I decided I wanted to do a snowflake and some snow flurries. So for this snowflake, I don't know what was happening to me, but I could just not get it right. I showed the one that I did on camera, but that is not actually the one in the end that I used, because after I did it, I thought it looked fine, but then I was like, wait a minute, before I pour the glitter, I think I want to try and do it again to see if I can get it a little bit better. And I feel like that time that I did try to do it a little bit better, I feel like it did look a lot better, and I'm glad that I redid it before pouring on the glitter and curing. So here you can just watch me create this snowflake. After finishing up the snowflake, like I said, this is not the one that I used in the final nail design, so when I switch to doing the glitter, the snowflake is going to look different because I did create a whole different snowflake, and that is okay because gel polish does not dry, so you are able to just wipe it off if you don't like it and redo a design. That's why I do love gel polish so much. So now I'm just taking that same white glitter and just pouring it over top the same way as I did with the sweater nail, and then I cured for 60 seconds and then I wiped off any extra glitter that was not stuck to the nail. And then here is how that snowflake looked. Here are how the other nails are looking. Now I'm just going to take top coat and apply it to starting with my middle and then doing my ring and pinky. I did not add top coat to the sweater or the snowflake nail until the end, where I decided that it just did not look matching with the set, just because it looked matte on the bottom and I didn't actually want it to be matte, but in my head I was thinking it was gonna be okay to not add the top coat right now because the design I'll add the top coat on the design. But then I realized that the design I was doing, I could not add top coat onto it. But I do add top coat off camera to the index and the thumbnail. But for right now, I'm just adding top coat to these 3 fingers because I am going to be adding some charms. So I went ahead, applied my top coat, and then cured in my nail lamp for 30 seconds. After curing that top coat, here are how the nails looked, and now you can see that I have top coat on the index and thumbnail. So I grabbed my Makartt nail rhinestone glue. This is the best rhinestone glue. I love it so much. I've been using it the day I bought it, and I will definitely have that link down below because if you love charms on your nails or any rhinestones, this is totally the best glue. It holds them on so well and it cures so good. So for that complete nude nail, the ring finger, I went ahead and put a dot of that rhinestone glue, and I put the dots not in the right placement, so I do wipe away that second dot. But I'm using these diamond rubies with the rhinestones on the outside. These are from the Baby Girl x Makartt collaboration Your Nail Lab box. That was November's box, so it is not available anymore. Sadly, Makartt should totally start and sell these charms though, because I just love them so much. But I went ahead and placed that at the top. Then I'm placing this super cute little reindeer charm. I bought this off of Amazon and I just thought it looked so adorable with this nail set. And then I place one more dot of that rhinestone glue and place that last diamond, I don't even really know what to call them, diamond charm. I guess it's like a ruby with some rhinestones, and then I cure this for 60 seconds. And I just loved how this was looking, but I did want to place this pearl heart that came in the December Makartt X Your Nail Lab box, so this month's box, which is available, so I'll have that link down below. But these are super cute, and I just love the pearls, so I added that and then I cured. And here are how the nails are looking. This is like one of my favorite nail sets so far this December. I feel like I say that every nail set, but I really did truly love this nail set. So now I'm just going to go ahead, take my cuticle oil and apply some cuticle oil so I can nourish my cuticles. After rubbing in that cuticle oil, these nails were just looking so good. Cuticle oil just makes my nails pop to me. It makes them look so good and like so freshly done, and I just love it. These nails were so cute. I love them so much. I love the red with the nude together and the red and white and then like silver accents. I thought they looked so good. I also really loved that snowflake nail. I don't really do much like that because sequins really stress me out when I have bubbles in them, and it is just so hard to use bigger sequins. But I really love how the bigger sequins looked. I also love the little charms and the super cute nail designs. And I am also so glad that I made that sweater nail and my thumbnail glossy. I just feel like it went a lot better with this nail set. overall, I love this nail set so much. I probably said that like already 1,000 times, but I really did love this nail set, and I love the length of the nails. Also, using those half cover nail tips did work out pretty good for this nail set, so I was so glad about that because I just love long nails. And I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me create this nail set. I do apologize for being off camera, but as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.